Hello everyone, this is going to be a short stream. I'm going to keep this maybe 15 to 20 minutes. I just thought I'd do this now. I wanted to do this earlier actually, and I thought I should do this now before I get too tired. Alright, yeah. So, Farron Balanced is, yeah, I've been meaning to, not meaning to, it's just, he is a far-left journalist. He's one of those progressives, and judging by the video titles, I know I shouldn't base it on the title. He just seems to be a socialist. Yeah, one of those extremists. Yeah. So basically, I described him on the far left, and he posts 3 videos a day, every Monday through Friday, and every Saturday he posts twice, and every Sunday I think it's just 1 video. So 3 videos Monday through Friday and 3 videos every weekend. So yeah, that is a total of 15 videos a week on Farron Balanced, the YouTube channel, and it's hosted by Farron Cousins. Farron Cousins, yeah. So his real name is Farron, and his channel High Caver Dam is based on Fair and Balanced. Before I post the link in the chat, his name is Farron Balanced, even though he's neither fair nor balanced. Yeah, that is ridiculous. And I misspelled it, which is even more ridiculous. Fair and balanced equals fair, and that the spelling should be better now. Fair and balanced. So here's the video that we're taking a look at, and we're taking a look at it now, and not stall anymore. Not get it stolen anymore. So this is the video that he uploaded today. It's called "Hatred of Trump Among Youth Voters Could Save Democrats in 2022."
For a long time in American politics, youth voters has been one of the most
How long is a long time?
sought after demographics, but unfortunately, when it comes time to show up at the polls and actually support somebody, they've always fallen flat. And that was the conventional wisdom, because that's what statistically had happened for many years. But all of that changed in 2018. In 2018, we saw a massive surge of youth voters, and experts say that surge in youth voters contributed to an additional 10 House seats won by the Democrats that year. And let's not forget, 2018 was the blue wave. Democrats took more than 40 seats, but it would have been about 30 seats had the youth voters not shown up.
Now I really wish they didn't show up. Hate Gen Z even more.
That's power.
It is
then
power.
In 2020,
too much power.
Those turnout numbers from 2018 doubled. You had nearly 20% participation in 2018, almost 20%.
2020.
In 2020, that number was nearly 40%, bringing the participation level to roughly the same as most other demographics, except, of course, elderly voters, I guess. They always win the day. But this young generation, aged 18 to 29...
so he's specifying 18 to 29, so... Yeah, because I thought it was just Gen Z, since Gen Z is 26 at oldest, 25, I think. Yeah, because he said 20% in 2020, so I thought 2020.
It pains me that I'm no longer a part of that generation, but either
Oh,
way,
either way,
they have the political power.
they shouldn't.
And, according to the experts, they also hate Donald
And that
Trump.
is why I hate Gen Z. Not because they hate Donald Trump. It's because of why they hate Donald Trump. Because they think they have, or they. It's not because they hate Donald Trump. It's because they hate Donald Trump. They blindly hate him. They don't have a reason other than social media or CNN or. Because this whole problem with Gen Z is they were once conservative. You saw a lot of Gen Z, the most conservative since World War II, and now you see a lot of Gen Zers posting about their anti-SJW phase, which is the most annoying thing I've ever heard from anyone politically. God, Gen Z's an annoying type of horrible cancer. Um, just...
They hate his policies. They hate the fact that he didn't give a damn about them. And these.
No, they just hate him because CNN tells them to, and woke Twitter, and because they're just mindless. The thing is, Sanguine mentioned the whole, new convert syndrome. Sanguine Magavan, he said the new convert syndrome, he defined it as, how did he define it? Something like, they don't Gen Z, or, I'm not going to specify Gen Z just because he didn't, he said that when you go from one ideology to another, you don't actually say the argument that won you over, the argument that made you now agree with, or yeah, any argument or arguments that swayed you to the other side. They don't say that out of fear that it could either easily be debunked or just debunked in general. That's, I'm butchering how Sanguine defined it. That's just how that's how I interpreted it, and that's how I remember it. Yeah, so Gen Z, they're just gonna blindly listen to anything negative about Trump. Gen Z doesn't hate Trump because of his actual policies. Actually, yeah, they would. I could say they do this because they'll dismiss it as sexist, racist, homophobic, uh, grifting. Still, though, um, they don't actually take a look at his policy. They just want to call it racist. They want to find any and every way to call it racist or sexist or whatever. So that's why I say they, um, that's why I say they don't. Yeah, they hate Trump blindly. They're just gonna. Gen Z doesn't have any thoughts of their own, basically.
Same experts are telling us that if the
I
youth
really hope those
voters
experts are
turn
wrong.
out in 2022, that may be the only thing that prevents the Democrats from getting absolutely blown out by the Republicans.
Make it a red wave.
But it all will hinge on that youth vote. So how do we get them out? Well, believe it or not, the answer is simple.
What's your solution?
Give them something to vote for. And not just something in the future. No, see, that doesn't
What do
work.
you mean something to vote for? Do you mean
give them something today to protect in 2022? Something to vote for that they already have. Something to vote for that changes their life or has already changed their life. We can't keep making promises and not delivering.
That's exactly politics, though.
There were a lot of lofty promises made ahead of 2020, right?
Yes.
I mean, hell, at one point we thought we were going to get student loan debt forgiveness. That hasn't materialized.
That's politics,
thought we were going to get lower prescription drugs. That hasn't materialized. Green New Deal, not happening. Debt-free college,
Democrats,
that's a pipe dream. Medicare for all, forget about it.
They all make promises they can't keep.
They have nothing. They have nothing. Except, of course, again, as the experts are telling us, crippling anxiety about their futures. Everything is uncertain for them at this point. You know, we no longer live in a country where you graduate from high school and you can either go right into the workforce and get a fairly decent job, or you go to college and you get a good paying job. Not saying you can't get a good paying job at college, but that used to be the conventional wisdom, right? You go to college, you get a good degree, you marry, you buy a house, you have a couple of kids, white picket fence, 2 dogs in the yard, chicken in the pot, all that.
Word salad?
Those days are ancient history here in the United States.
Because of
we have generations
voters,
of individuals, not just the youngest, but you know, like me, the millennials. We're getting older. We're pushing 40 at this
Farron
point.
doesn't even look 40.
We still have tens of thousands of dollars apiece in student loan debt. Some of them have never been able to purchase a house because the housing market is so insane in this country. I'll be perfectly honest. The house I live in right now, the only reason I was able to afford it was a combination of things. It was one, it was a foreclosure that I got for dirt cheap, and two, I had been in a horrific car accident and actually used some of the settlement money for that to pay for the house. So,
one thing I will say is I'm glad he didn't die. I'm glad he's okay now. And I hope he doesn't get into any other car crashes. I hope that he's safe and just fine.
We can't rely on this whole generation getting in car accidents and using that money to buy foreclosed homes. So we have to give them something. We have to make their lives better. Because what's going to happen if we don't? And I bring this up now, obviously, because of what's happening in D.C., right? We do have legislation out there that would dramatically change the lives for the better of millions of people in this country. Legislation supported by a majority of Democrats and Republicans out there in the public, outside of the D.C. bubble.
A bubble?
And we can't have it. We can't have it because 0 Republicans support it, and a handful.
He's not fair or balanced.
Of Democrats taking money from major corporations won't let us have it.
They're not supporting anything. They're the
and
evil.
And if this continues, kiss the midterms goodbye.
Please kiss the midterms goodbye.
Because those youth voters that helped you win in 2018 and 2020, they won't show up to the polls. And honestly, you can't even blame them for that.
Oh. Wait, so... no, we're not going to click on it. I might as well give it a dislike as long as I'm here.
Cole, he's my mirror.
So, yeah, that was basically it. So, that was kind of odd, is that he said that he's relying on the youth voters. Yeah, he's also saying you can't blame them if they don't show up. That, I don't know. I kind of expected less. I don't know. I don't know if I want to say he made it a bit too personal. I just expected to be more about the youth voters. I don't know. Clap. Yeah, we made it to the end of the video. I don't know. Because he kind of shifted, like, in the middle of the video to his own personal anecdote, and that took about 45 seconds to a minute. I don't know, I didn't even keep track. I just know that it was a good chunk of the video. Oh, thanks, Keeper. I don't know. Because I thought it was gonna be more about the youth voters. It's disappointing that they turned out in 2016 or 2018 and 2020, or that they ended up voting Democrat. I can only tell because of his excitement, just overall positive tone, and I'm sure he would have sounded a lot more negative if they voted Republican. It just, there's really not much to say about the video. because I haven't really checked out many of Farron's other stuff, so I don't know if I don't even know his own format, and it would take a lot to figure that out since he uploads 3 videos a day. Which, to be honest, I don't even see the point of that myself. So there's really not much else to say. I mean, I might as well check out Zapple's GoFundMe, which I will link in the description. Right. Since we're talking about sharing stuff. Zapple's GoFundMe. We should give a big round of applause to Kivram and John Miller, who donated a lot. Festival example. I know that bad comic review. Oh, it's under bad comic reviews. I find it odd that he's streaming at this time. Actually, I thought he streamed on Fridays because I know that only 900 left. Oh, I didn't even refresh it. Oh, someone anonymous donated in the past few hours. Kinda like the corner. So the only other thing that I could think of is to look at the comments on the video that we just took a look at. Yeah, I'll head back over. Might as well still talk about this for a bit. Youth voters. So, section. Yeah, you'll see Michael Smith. I'm 21 and I'll be voting against Trump and his cronies in 2022. I can't wait to re-elect Raphael Warnock and elect Stacey Abrams. Stacey Abrams sucks. And someone else said, oh yeah, 2020 is my first election. I'm proud this age group is so active politically, and I hope moving forward we will only become more active in the groups able to vote for the first time in 22, 24 onward, make their voices heard. I hear a lot of it, let's go Brandon in high schools. Right, so now I'm done looking at the comments like this. Oh, I'm glad there aren't too many top comments. So that's the only other thing that I have to say, and I might as well just head back over to Jack Bad Comic Reviews. Here's a link to Bad Comic Reviews, his stream. Thanks for watching, and I will see you guys on the next stream. Farron Balanced.